Now here with Craig Halbert from Scouts Inc. because we are ready to get the commitment of the #1 inside linebacker prospect in the nation. The young man is Etienne Sabino from Miami's Dr. Krop High School. Etienne now joins us from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And Etienne, I know you've narrowed your decision to Ohio State and USC. Before we get that commitment, what went into narrowing your decision to these two schools?
Well, it took a lot of time and a lot of, thinking with my family and coaches, but, I think I finally came up with my right decision, and I'm ready to make it.
All right, Etienne, let's cut this suspense now and find out where you are going to play your college ball. Who's getting the commitment from Etienne Sabino?
Well, I have decided to go to Ohio State. I'm a Buckeye.
The Ohio State University picking up another top prospect, the #1 inside linebacker in the nation. It's Etienne Sabino. How much does Ohio State's great history of linebackers, how much did that have to do with you committing to the Buckeyes?
Well, it's a great assessment to it. I feel they create linebackers. I feel I can excel there, so that's where I'm going.
Etienne, Craig Halbert here. Congratulations on your decision.
Thank you.
What I want to know is, though, there has always been a lot of talk since the national championship game last year with Florida and Ohio State that Ohio State didn't have the speed to compete with them. Did they talk to you about coming down to Florida to get some of that speed to help them compete with the SEC? Or did you even think about that in your process of going up there and kind of bringing some of that Florida speed?
Well, as far as speed goes, I feel Ohio State does have speed, as well as every other college program. But I basically chose Ohio State because of the fact that I just like the tradition, like the coaches, and I just felt it was the right place for me.
Hey, I'm sure everybody in Columbus is thrilled to have you, but now that you're on board, I'm sure the fans want to know, who are you going to target next? Who are you going to put on the recruiting hat for Ohio State and go after?
Well, I'm going to have to talk to the coaches at OSU about that, see who's still on their boards, but I'm definitely going to recruit South Florida hard.
Etienne, congratulations on the commitment to Ohio State, and thanks for sharing this moment with us.
Thank you.
All right, Craig, this obviously is another huge pickup for Ohio State. You talked to Etienne there about who he's going to help recruit. His teammate in high school actually did a little recruiting on him. Travis Howard, who is the #10 quarterback prospect in the nation, tried to get him to go to Ohio State, and that seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah, Travis Howard, the #10 core in the country, did a wonderful job of helping bring him on board, as did Mike Brewster, who's out of the Orlando area. So there's 3 Florida guys heading up to Ohio State. You see right there a lot of good offensive talent. Now with Sabino on board, his high school teammate Howard, you put into the mix there Andrew Sweat, an excellent linebacker. Now you've got a really good defensive class coming in. What Sabino brings is a supreme blend of size and speed. He's excellent between the tackles, but he's also got the range to play sideline to sideline. He's a very fluid athlete. He's got the hips to turn, drop into coverage. What you're going to get with him is a good athlete who's got good size and does not need to come off the field. We've talked about that linebacker tradition at Ohio State. You put him and Sweat in the mix, and now with maybe Laurinaitis leaving, or even if he's there for another year, now they got the pieces to kind of keep that going.
This commitment from Sabino, where does it put this Ohio State class right now when you look at some of the best classes being put together in the nation?
Well, I think right now you've got to possibly think about them making a strong run for the #1 class. We currently have Miami at #1. They've got a lot of soft verbals. I do not think that's the case with Ohio State. I think these guys are very solid in their commitment, and I think this class is going to make a strong push for #1.
Greg, thank you so much for the knowledge. And once again, thank you very much to Etienne Sabino for sharing his commitment with